guys, welcome back here to the King Ellie Show, people. As you guys know what's been going on in the world the last couple, now it's 3 weeks, what's going on in the world. Been set up over here at my brother's house for the last 2 weeks. Wanted to do some videos for you guys last week, but again, what's going on in the world, I mean, coming on here without discussing the George Floyd situation, which, I mean, all the YouTubers that I watch, like The Gamer 2323, Tyrone Magnus, West Side Story, bunch of other people I watch to do music reviews, the same thing. It was like, without addressing the situation first, there's been no point doing any other videos, you know, until you feel comfortable. I mean, it's great to see people out there, celebrities stepping up. I mean, from LeBron, Ice Cube, I mean, D-Wade, Melo, who else? D-Wade and Melo, like I said, Cube. There's a lot of celebrities. I mean, even Steven Jackson, even though it was his brother, I mean, they were friends in high school growing up, and they still communicate. Steven Jackson. Again, Floyd Mayweather paid for the funeral, so you have Floyd Mayweather stepping up. The list was super long, man. If you just go back and see people supporting the movement, the list is super long. And again, like Steven Jackson even said too, if you don't see your celebrity stepping up in the forefront, you might have to change it. You might have to change your follow list. You might have to change who you support, because this is a situation where you got to see who's supporting the movement. If they're not supporting the movement, you might have to unfollow some people. I had to unfollow some people because I'm like, yo, isn't this something that you want to speak out on? If you're not speaking out on this, should I be following you? I mean, there was a lot of people that I had to wouldn't think this person would be supporting the movement. Oh, I guess not. I'm gonna have to click unfollow. You know, so this is a big time in life where you got to see, again, like Cube said, and Steven Jackson said too, like, look who's supporting the movement. If they ain't supporting the movement, you know, you might have to unfollow them. So this whole situation, the George Floyd situation, again, I had to sit back and see what's going on in the world. Like, I mean, how long will this movement keep going? Because again, you know, we had other people die. I mean, back in the last couple, 6, 7, 8 years, when this started becoming more popular on TV, to cover this stuff, you know, it's been going on for 400 years, people, 400 years. The last 8 years when we had people die, I mean, the whole Trayvon Martin, even though it was down here in Florida, the whole Trayvon Martin situation, where George Zimmerman pretty much got off. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So that's when it started to spike and people started to actually pay attention to what's going on in the world. I think it was the Trayvon Martin situation. And now the huge George Floyd one, again, you have more Twitter, you have more Instagram. Instagram and Twitter are more popular now, so you can see stuff. I didn't see about it until, because again, people were like, oh, it was on CNN. I actually saw this on Twitter. So it's again, good thing you have Twitter now, so everybody can see anything. If you want to see anything that happens in the world now, Twitter is your number one place. Because I use Twitter, that's where I usually use Twitter to see, you get your laughs out, you see what's going on. But Twitter, again, that's where I saw the situation. So when I saw this happen, I really also believe, guys, Steven Jackson speaking out and supporting the movement helped it more than again, if he was going to be another black person that died. Now, would I think it would have got as more popular as it is right now without Steven Jackson? I honestly think no. I think really that Steven Jackson really did help support this movement, help ignite it, help keeping it pushing, because again, it's still going on for 3 weeks. We got protests still going on for 3 weeks, people. Honestly, this probably would have ended a week ago, people. Honestly. But because I think Steven Jackson's supporting the movement. He's on Instagram Live every day. He's on YouTube channel. He's on TV shows every day. So him coming out supporting the movement, I think united now you're getting, look, I mean, even though LeBron speaks out, LeBron's speaking out every day. Any issue, voting, I mean, you got, again, everybody from basketball players say, hey, you're up to vote today. Make sure you go out and vote. So it's everybody's trying to push this, it actually going to we're getting some actual change. Again, I was telling my brother's girlfriend yesterday, Cops, the TV show, and Live PD, both been canceled. I mean, you got Confederate flags being banned from NASCAR races, which should have happened before, but anyways. You got chokeholds. You can't do chokeholds in New York City no more now. So you're actually getting some actual change in the world. Now, the problem with right now the rioting here in Tampa, last week, again, we had a couple gas stations explode. We had a high school, their football shed caught on fire. So I mean, it's starting to die down with the rioting. I mean, some people did get arrested. A lot of people got arrested out here in Tampa, but the rioting has calmed down. The protests are still going on again across all 50 states and 18 countries. That's, to me, is like everybody's getting behind it. And like, you know, again, the people that are going to be growing up, like my nephew, their generation is going to be the one that's going to change the world. Like, how they proceed in life is going to affect the world growing up in. And I just hope we get some actual change, people. I mean, again, you want to treat people like you want to be treated. That's how you want to be in life. You're going to treat people how you want to be treated in life. So hopefully we do get some change, people. It'll be great. I mean, I don't want to be afraid to drive around like, oh, here comes a cop. Let me speed down. I mean, one of the stories I heard, I think, was Paul Pierce. He said when he drives, you know how we drive regularly with your hand out, leaning back and stuff. But when a police officer comes up, you straighten up. You put both hands on the steering wheel. Like, you change your motto. You change how you drive. I mean, that is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Cause with me, I've never gotten a speeding ticket. Only time I did get pulled over was because I had like a brake light or tail light out. But even still, when I got pulled over, I had my license, registration ready to give to the officer, like immediately. I wasn't like waiting for him to come into the window, ask for it. I had it right in my hand, like, here you go, sir. Right here for you, right there. So like, you get your stuff immediately. You don't, because again, I was raised up to be always like, respect the officer so you don't get nothing in trouble. So I'm always ahead of time, have my license registration already ready for on the dashboard. If I ever did get pulled over. So luckily for me, I've not experienced nothing where I'm like, where I'm going to be afraid for my life. So luckily. So I always try to avoid being pulled over for anything. If it's something small like a brake light or tail light, that's the only thing I've been pulled over for. So I try to avoid that because, again, you're taught to fear the officer. So hopefully we get the change we need because, again, I'm tired of seeing people getting beat up, killed over something. If it's a speeding ticket, like, really, you're going to, like, it was one of the videos I saw. This dude, he got pulled over for speeding, and an officer, like, literally, the other officer came up and said, like, why are you being so rough to me? The other dude came up and it's like, forearmed him in the throat, threw him to the ground. I'm like, bro, over a speeding ticket? Is it that serious? So hopefully we get the change we need in the world. That's why I'm like, again, this is still going on. It's still surprising to me because, again, we're taught it'll be over in a week or two. Like, they'll blow over this. There'll be something else in the news that they'll be talking about. So I'm happy that it's still going on. Hopefully we do get the change that we need in the world because, again, everybody should be treated the way you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep killing people over a speeding ticket or over a fake $20 bill. Like, okay, it's a fake $20 bill. Like, you don't need to kill the guy over a fake $20 bill. It's crazy. So I just wanted to get this out for you guys. Something, and finally getting back into my groove where, like, this was just weighing on me. Like, it's like, what did I want to talk about? So, like, this is the first video that you have to address the situation. Like, you can't just talk about the PS5. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You got to get this out, and it felt great to get this out. So, after the break, people will get back into, I'll give you guys my quick thoughts on Charlotte Flair situation, give you guys some thoughts on the PS5, and then we'll get back to our regular YouTube based here on the channel with videos for you guys every day. So, take a quick break. All right, people, we back here. So, let's get into some wrestling topics right on here. So, Charlotte Flair. It's like literally the biggest story going on is Charlotte Flair. All right, so there was even a petition that I saw yesterday about people making a petition to stop putting titles on Charlotte Flair. Like, literally, they made a petition to stop putting world titles on Charlotte Flair. Now, I think when I was watching In Your House, which In Your House was a decent pay-per-view, nothing earth-shattering, again, with no fans. Listen, it's hard for me to watch, even AEW. And AEW's been good. AEW was good last night. But without fans, it's just so hard to stay invested into it. It's like, even with the NXT fans, which we'll touch on the NXT fans. This is crazy, bro. It's hard to watch. I mean, Finn Balor and Damian Priest was probably the best match on In Your House, but it's just hard without fans. It's really hard. But again, I think they said Charlotte's been in 60 world title matches. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think they said she was in like 60 world title matches. I just want to make sure if that was correct or wrong. I just want to make sure. They said 60 world title matches she's been into. So to make sure if I'm right or wrong, people. To make sure if I'm right or wrong, they said 60 world title matches. It's comment down below if that's right or wrong. But anyways, they made a petition to have stop putting world titles on Charlotte Flair. Now, she's been I think a 12-time champion already. It's crazy. She's already a 12-time champion. She's already a 12-time champion. Now, I agree with people. Other people should get other opportunities. Now, do I think she should have beaten Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania? No. Again, their mindset was, okay, we give the belt to Charlotte Flair. She's going to bring viewers to watch on NXT. That didn't happen. Okay? Us giving Charlotte Flair the run with the women's title is going to bring viewers. That didn't happen. She's going to elevate the women's division. Who did she elevate? Nobody. Okay? And who did EO pin to win the NXT title? She pinned Rhea Ripley, who did not need to take a loss, which was Rhea Ripley. Now, you guys know I told you the match between Rhea and Charlotte, it was a good match at WrestleMania. It wasn't the best match. It wasn't great. It was a solid 7 out of 10 match between Rhea and Charlotte Flair. But she shouldn't have beat Rhea Ripley. I thought Rhea should have won. Now, again, the issue that came out, Rhea Ripley's visa is going to expire, so she has to go back to Australia. I was like, if that's the case, then yeah, you give it to Charlotte Flair. But Rhea's been working since WrestleMania, so was the visa situation a real issue? Okay. So, again, I like Charlotte as a women's wrestler. Her mic skills are good, but she shouldn't be a 12-time women's champion. That to me is overkill. If she was a 6-time women's champion, I don't think she'd get that much flack. But because she's already won 12 titles, and then name any reign that Charlotte's had that's been super long. Has she held a belt more than 2 months? In any of Charlotte Flair's title reign, has she held the belt for 2 months? I don't think so, guys. I think she's maybe the longest she had was maybe a month, but not no longer than 2 months. When she beat Asuka last year at WrestleMania to be in a triple threat match, why did she beat Asuka? Why did she need to beat Asuka for the women's title? And she kept it for what? Until WrestleMania and lost it. So that was from February to what? March? You know what I'm saying? So I think what Charlotte should be doing is honestly again, where's Bianca Belair? Why can't Charlotte work with Bianca Belair into a feud right now? I like the Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair moment they had at NXT. Was it 3 or 4, 2 months ago to build towards WrestleMania? I like the feud between Bianca and Charlotte. That could be a great feud. I think Bianca and Charlotte could have a great match. Why not use Charlotte Flair to get over Bianca Belair that's not been on TV for since when? You know what I'm saying? So use Charlotte in other ways. To me, Charlotte Flair should not touch a belt until, if you're going to have her in a feud with Ronda Rousey, or if Becky lets her come back after being pregnant, you do Becky and Charlotte at WrestleMania. Something, you know what I'm saying? She should not be touching a women's title until WrestleMania, which they're probably going to do that. In my opinion, keep her out the title picture until WrestleMania. Oh, that's right. She already beat Asuka on Monday Night Raw, who was the champion. So you're already forecasting that Nia Jax and Asuka is irrelevant. You're probably going to do Charlotte Flair and Asuka at SummerSlam for the Raw Women's title, and she'll probably beat Asuka for the belt at SummerSlam, making her a 13-time Women's champion. Now, I saw the interview Charlotte had that she said, if I'm not in the title picture, what's the point of working? Or something like that. She said, if I'm not in the... Oh, no, she said, if I'm not striving to be the champion, then what's the point? I get that, Charlotte. But again, you have to look at it the other way. Sasha Banks, Bayley, you know what I'm saying? Bianca Belair, Asuka, Shayna Baszler. Where the freak is Shayna Baszler at? You know what I'm saying? Other people should get chances. You already have... Again, if that statistic is freaking correct, where she's been in 60 title matches, bro, okay, that's insane. But I just think, Charlotte, you need to take a step back and help the division out. NXT, who did you help out? If Io Shirai would have pinned you, I'd be like, oh, you helped Io out. But Io pinned Rhea Ripley. So you get the point where we're trying to say, you didn't help nobody out, Charlotte? You get the picture? That's what we're trying to say. Help elevate other people. That should be your goal right now. Elevate the other people on the Raw brand right now. Bianca Belair, Shayna Baszler, Asuka, people like that. Guys, honestly, Backlash, I do not care. If you're thinking, listen, I don't even feel like doing live reactions for Backlash. I don't have no motivation. That show is god-awful. Build. Orton and Edge supposed to have the greatest wrestling match of all time. Now, the match was already filmed. I heard the match was good. Not great. Okay? In my opinion, the greatest wrestling match of all time is Undertaker and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25. If you have not watched Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25, go back and watch that match. I mean, it was just spectacular. Like, literally just sitting there invested and watching that match. Again, I can watch that match every day. It's freaking fantastic. So Orton and Edge will have to live up to that. You're going to live up to Undertaker and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25. It's not going to happen. I really wonder if Charlie Caruso just botched that by mistake, and Vince McMahon was like, you know what? Let's just use that tag as a match. But Edge and Orton, I heard it was a good match. It wasn't great. So we'll see what it turns out to be, but I have no motivation, guys, to do live reactions for Backlash. I mean, if you guys want me to do it and try to sit through with me, I would try, but I have no motivation to watch it. And I'm sure you guys have no motivation to watch Backlash either. That's really it, guys. I mean, there's nothing really else to discuss. I mean, Double or Nothing. I enjoyed Double or Nothing. PS5 should be revealed today. Hopefully it gets revealed. I mean, you know how Sony is with reveals. Say, oh, we're going to reveal something, and they don't reveal it. They show the games. So hopefully they show the console today. So I'm going to go work out, upload this video for you guys, and then I'll try to come back and discuss the PS5 if it's anything groundbreaking. If it's not, I'll just post it in my community and ask you guys your thoughts on the PS5. But that really was the wrestling news. I mean, oh, before we go, NXT. My God, forgot about it. I said I'm going to talk about it. All right, so Vince McMahon having these NXT wrestlers stand the whole time for Raw, SmackDown, NXT is insane. Like, give them something to sit down in. My God. The article came out about them when they had to film. Again, they had filmed Monday Night Raw, they did SmackDown, and then they did NXT in the same day. So you had those wrestlers stand for like 7 hours. And then also the Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream match, they had to refilm it like 2 or 3 times. So you had them people stand for 7 hours and then refilm Velveteen Dream and Adam Cole like a couple of times. That's like 13, 14 hours on your feet. That's insane, Vince McMahon. So, unless you're rotating the NXT students to other people, give them something to sit down in. That's insane. 14 hours. Now, I work at the airport, guys. You guys know that. I've not been working, but I worked at the airport. Even for me, the longest I was on my feet was like maybe 9 or 10 hours. And that shit hurts. 9 or 10 hours, like in a day. So imagine them doing 14 or 15 hours non-stop on their feet. Yay, woohoo, yeah, let's go Charlotte, boo. For 14 freaking hours. You wonder why the crowd reactions are so like who gives a freak? He's got them standing on your feet for 14 hours. That's insane. Get them a chair to sit down in, or unless you're rotating like, hey, okay, you're going to do Monday Night Raw, then you guys are doing SmackDown, and you guys are doing NXT, which I doubt they're doing that. I doubt this man's doing that. I doubt he's doing that. So, for having them to stand on their feet for 14 hours is insane, Vince McMahon. Get them a chair to sit down in. All right? So, back people, I'm going to go work out, come back and do some other videos, but like the video, guys, comment down below. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok are all down below in the description for you guys. So I'll be back with you guys later on today. Hopefully it's PS5 reveal. If this junk is more than, listen, if this is more than, I don't know if they're going to release a price tag today, but rumors are it's going to be $600. Oh my God. We'll get into the video later when I do the PS5, but if it's going to be $600, catch you guys later.